Yesterday, you are appearing on the oath, and pursuant to the provisions of the 1997 Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia, it constitutes contempt of the National Assembly knowingly withhold, misrepresent, or conceal any information relevant to the committee's work. Since you are on the oath yesterday, we will proceed with the testimony for today without any other thing. Counsel? If that is okay, we can proceed because he's on the oath yesterday. We can proceed with him today.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Davo, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you can maybe just bring the mic a little bit closer to you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Please state your full name and designation for the record.
I am Mamadou Dabo, Director General, Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency.
Thank you. Can you confirm that you gave a statement to the investigators of the Special Select Committee?
Yes, I gave it to them yesterday.
Very well. I believe you've been given a copy of that said statement.
Yes.
You're having it with you right there?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So we can begin.
Okay.
Before we start your testimony, can you please give this honorable committee a brief overview of the mandate and functions of the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency?
Yeah, thank you very much. The mandate and functions of the agency, the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency was created by Act of Parliament in 2008. However, activities commenced in earnest in January 2010. The mandate of the agency is to promote the commercialization and marketing of livestock in the Gambia and to facilitate the participation of Gambians in the marketing of livestock. The objective, the agency said to facilitate, promote, and regulate the livestock trade and all matters related to trade in livestock and meat. The main functions of the agency: one is to establish and manage livestock markets that meet zoosanitary standards for the sale and purchase of farmers in livestock. Two is to own and operate abattoirs and holding grounds with slaughtering and processing services that meet food safety and sanitary standards. And number three is to introduce the use of livestock weighing scale and bands to determine the live weight and prices of marketed animals destined for slaughter. The fourth one is to construct and lease out Lansing butcher shops which meet national food safety and zoosanitary standards. Number five is to take over the existing livestock show grounds at Abuko, Frafeni, Yorobelokunda, and Basse. with all the infrastructure and in partnership with the private sector and farmers. Organize livestock shows, exhibitions, and other related activities. Number 6 is to establish a price determination mechanisms and marketing information system through a consultative forum to be established by the board. Number 7 is to disseminate weekly livestock and meat prices for the general public. Number 8 is to take over the management of cattle tax collected by the local government councils and load same into the livestock commercialization and marketing development fund. Number 10 is to collect fees for dealers' permits and rent for butcher shops. And number 11 is to develop and implement training programs through partnership or contractual arrangements with competent institutions, organizations, and individuals, experts for the various actors in the livestock marketing chain. Number 12 is to link Gambian livestock dealers and butchers with employment creation schemes, including projects and financial institutions. 13, to do all things necessary to facilitate livestock commercialization and marketing, including supplies to the local market, exports and imports. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Davo. Take a look at paragraph 2 of your statement.
Okay.
Please read it out.
My statement, paragraph 2. I joined Department of Livestock Services in 1992, where I served for 28 years before joining Gilmer in 2019. I currently serve as the Director General. I hold a master's degree in animal production system, a bachelor's degree in agriculture, majoring in animal production, a high diploma in agriculture, and a certificate in animal production and health.
Thank you. You stated that Gilmer was established by an act of the National Assembly in 2008 and began its operations in 2010.
Yes.
So according to your paragraph 2 of your statement, in 2010 you were with the Department of Livestock Services.
Yes.
When you joined Gilmer in 2019, did you join the agency as its Director General or you were holding another position?
I joined the agency as Director of Technical and Field Services.
When did you become the Director General?
I become in June 2022.
In June 2022?
Yes.
Can you differentiate what's the difference between the Department of Livestock Services and Gilmer?
Yeah, Department of Livestock Services is mandated or is responsible for animal production and health, while for Gilmer is responsible for marketing.
Thank you. All right. So your testimony today will be focused on the livestock that was owned by the former president and its control post the change of government in 2017. So when the government changed in 2017, a commission of inquiry, which was famously called the Janneh Commission, was established to look into the assets of the former president, his dealings with public institutions, and that of his family and close associates. Prior to the establishment of the commission, the government put in measures to safeguard and preserve these assets that were supposed to be subject to the inquiry of the Janneh Commission. Part of these assets, of course, includes the livestock that was owned by the former president, and part of the safeguarding measures and preservative measures that the government took was to institute a suit at the High Court of the Gambia against the former president and obtained freezing orders and also other orders with regard to these assets. That includes So therefore, the High Court issued an order on the 22nd of May, 2017, freezing and also placing different assets into the custody and control of different individuals and institutions in the government. And that is why Gilmer is here. All livestock was vested in all control and custody of livestock was vested in Gilmer's hands. Are you aware of this?
According to the reference material we received, or we have seen in our records, indicates that they received first a letter from the Minister of Agriculture indicating them that there was a court order for them to take over all the livestock. But we also,
Can you please clarify who them is? Just be specific, please.
Be specific.
Yes.
Yeah, it was on the 2nd of June 2017, the agency received a letter from the Ministry of Agriculture. And I think I submit that one. That letter came from one Ibrahim Sankare.
Sorry, Honorable Chair, that letter he's referring to is marked as Gilmer 2.
Okay, the letter is from from Ibrahim Sankare, informing the agency that. Can I read, or just to give you a brief synopsis?
Yeah, no need to read it. It's
yeah,
short,
okay,
so you
then,
can just.
Yeah, then receive a letter from the Minister of Agriculture, signed by Ibrahim Sankare, that the agency should take over the livestock. Then the agency also responded to the letter, which was written by Mr. Ibrahim Cham, telling them of their willingness to do it, but there are one or two things that need to be clarified. One, the modalities and conditions for implementation, the assignment was not spelled out, and a copy of a court order was not also given. So this letter was sent to the Ministry of Agriculture.
Have you ever seen a copy of this order?
No, I have not seen.
Honorable Chair, we can just give the witness a minute to go through MOJ 5A. Mr. Davo, I believe paragraph, on the second page, paragraph 5 or paragraph 4?
4.
4, yes.
Yes, 4.
Paragraph 4.
Yeah, that all the livestock.
So what's relevant for Gilmer? Can you just read it out, please?
That all the livestock held by or in the possession or control of the respondent, his servants, agents, associates, and family members, and otherwise, however, be and are hereby seized pursuant to this order, and are to be kept under the custody and control of the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency, pending the conclusion of the investigation initiated by the Attorney General.
Very well. Now that you've taken a look at that order, and you've also mentioned that a letter was received from the Ministry of Agriculture, what was Gilmer's first course of action when it received this letter or learned about this order?
Well, what I know, because by then I was not there, but the letters that I've seen, that they respond to the letter, telling the ministry that the court order was not attached So if it is not attached, then it will give them some issues, and they also attack proposed modalities for them on how for them to operate.
After this was communicated, after the reply from Gilmer to the Ministry of Agriculture, did the ministry forward the court order?
Well, I have not seen any.
Very well. So right now, you're telling this committee that after the communication from the Ministry of Agriculture and Gilmer's also reply to the ministry, nothing was done with regards to the livestock or with the order, to execute the order, nothing was done.
Yes, because if you look at my submission, one of them, the lead counsel in that commission, also wrote to the agency.
Sorry, before we get to the commission, you know, this all happened before the commission was established.
Okay.
The order was obtained before the commission was established. And you can see that your communication with the Ministry of Agriculture was also before the commission was established.
Okay.
Eventually, we will get to what happened when the commission was established. My question is, after Gilmer was informed about this order, a reply was sent to the Ministry of Agriculture stating that a copy of the order has not been forwarded to Gilmer, but also asking for modalities and conditions for implementing the assignment. After that, did Gilmer try to engage the ministry or even engage the Attorney General on the issues that the order has, on the order of the High Court placing custody? Did Gilmer try to do anything to obtain this order or make any other effort with regards to the livestock?
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, it will be very difficult for me to comment on that because I was not there. We were only banking on what we found in our file. Because the other communications they may do may not be written or it's not been filed, so it will be very difficult for me to say anything about it.
Mr. Dabo, I understand that you said you were appointed in
2022.
Yes, you were appointed in 2022.
Yes.
But Gilmer is a state agency,
yes,
and we expect that there are records. Records of anything that the agency does is supposed to be kept.
Okay.
And we also have given you enough notice with regards to the work of this committee. So we expect that at least you would try to look into your records, which you said that you have done, but also do your own research. Right? That is what we expect. So therefore, we understand that you are not there. We will get to a point, if we need to get to the point of your predecessor, then we will get there. But to just answer the questions as much as you can and be clear. We do already understand, you've stated this already, that you are not the Director General at the time. So to gain more clarity, who was the Director General of Gilmer in 2017?
In 2017, it was late Bakari Baji. And at the end of, by December, I think something like Dr. Jallo came. But for the rest of 2017, it was late Bakari Baji.
Thank you. What is Dr. Jallo's full name?
Dr. Jallo is Dr. Demba Jallo.
Okay. Thank you. To the best of your knowledge, was the entire management of Gilmer aware of the court order? I know you said that the court order was not given to Gilmer, but were they aware that there's a court order that exists that is related to Gilmer, has spelled out paragraphs that are spelled out for Gilmer to take custody of the assets?
Yeah, definitely the time we saw this, we know that there was a court order. But the only issue was that we have not seen the court order.
I know. My question is, was the management aware? Was it only the Director General? Did you try to find out at the time who else, apart from the Director General, was aware of this order at Gilmer?
You mean the time you sent the summon to us?
No. In 2017. When this letter from the Ministry of Agriculture arrived to inform the Director General about the court order.
Okay.
After the letter arrived, who else, apart from the Director General, was aware of the court order?
Is the Director of Technical and Field Service, the one who is sending correspondence, Mr. Ibrahim Acham.
Mr.
Ibrahim Acham.
Apart from Mr. Ibrahim Acham, is there anyone else?
No, I don't know.
To the best of your knowledge, was the Board of Directors of Gilmer aware of this court order?
Well, I think they should be, because for me, as the DG now, any information that I receive, I communicated to even this one, this one, everything I communicated to my board chair. So I likely he should be informed.
And who is your board chair?
Currently?
Currently, yes.
This Ibrahim Acham.
Who was the former director
of Technical and Field Services.
Is now the board chair.
Yes.
Thank you. In your letter to the Ministry of Agriculture, Ms. Gilmer 3, marked as Gilmer 3, Honorable Chair. Can you turn to that page, Mr. Dabo? Paragraph 1 states, the modalities and conditions for implementing the assignment was not spelled out in the letter. What modalities and conditions was Gilmer expecting to be spelled out by the Ministry of Agriculture? Have you seen the letter? You need a copy?
Yes, no, I've seen.
Okay.
The modalities is attached. That's the proposed modality, where he is on top. They said court order for the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency to take over the livestock purportedly owned by the former president.
Wait, sorry, this is marked as Gilmer 4. Yes. Are these modalities standard practice or standard operating procedures for Gilmer whenever it has to take over livestock, or did you call it a market show?
Livestock show.
Livestock showgrounds, yes.
Yeah, normally if you are to take anything you have been written, then there must be terms of reference and modalities. So they are also suggesting modalities to the Ministry of Agriculture to look into those things, because they have not received the court order.
Mr. Dabo, you've now seen a copy of the court order.
Yes, yes, I've seen the copy of the court order.
To the best of your knowledge, and in your opinion, was the court order not clear enough to state what Gilmer was supposed to do? Why did Gilmer need to ask the Ministry of Agriculture for directions or proposing modalities?
Yeah, thank you, Ron. Yes, the court order is clear. If you have received the court order, is clear completely. But for me, my suggestion is, because they have not received the court order, they are now proposing modalities to the Minister of Agriculture. Because if they have received the court order, they will not propose anything. They will act accordingly. But it was clearly stated that they have not received the court order. So in response to that, that's the time he also proposed these modalities to the Minister of Agriculture, to the best of my knowledge. Because if they have seen the court order, obviously they will not. They will act accordingly, but they have not received. That's my humble opinion.
Very well. So, to the best of your knowledge, again, does not receiving the court order justify Gilmer's failure to take custody and control of these animals?
You know, if you do not receive the court order and you don't have the terms of reference, So looking at these animals where they are, there must be logistical requirements, because one is at Kanilai, Farato, Banjulunding, they have to travel and they have to go with staffs, the other expenditures. So any money you spend in Gilma, at the end of the day, will be audited by the National Assembly. So if you don't have any supporting document attached to that, they will query you. So that's my own, that's, for me, maybe that's why they have not, at that initial stage, then they respond to the ministry.
In your search for records, is there any record showing the Ministry of Agriculture's reply to the letter Gilmer sent on the, let me get the date, on the 5th of June 2017?
No.
So there was no reply from the Ministry of Agriculture?
No, we have not seen any.
Very well. Mr. Dabo, in a situation like this, in your opinion, and considering the High Court is a public institution and has records of this order that it can give out to anybody that requests it, wasn't Gilmer supposed to take up responsibility and go to the High Court to get a copy of this order? Or at least try to get a copy from the Attorney General?
Yeah, if you look at one of my submissions, the author of the letter, Mr. Ibrahim Cham, did a telephone conversation to one Mr. Jallo at the Ministry of Justice to make a follow-up to the court order. So that means that they were willing, and I think he has already gone there to discuss with them.
Very well. And to the best of your knowledge, what was the outcome of that phone conversation?
Well, I think it was positive, because at the end of the day, they were involved in the evaluation. Because if they did not go there and they discuss, then they will not be part of the evaluation.
Now that you've mentioned the evaluation, let us move to post-establishment of the commission of inquiry.
Okay.
After the commission was established, from the records, it shows that the commission did write to Gilmer seeking for an update, as it should, because from the court order, Gilmer should have already, at the time the letter was coming from the commission, Gilmer was already supposed to have custody of the livestock, right?
Yes.
Good. Do you have a copy of that letter with you?
Yes, I have the copy.
You don't have to read out this letter, but can you just tell us what the genesis of this letter was?
Yeah, the letter that was sent to the ministry from the lead counsel was to give them the entry report of the livestock under their custody.
Please continue.
Yeah, so the letter that they received from the lead counsel by then is for them to give them an entry report of the livestock that's under their custody.
Okay. And did Gilmer respond to this letter?
Yes.
What was Gilmer's response? You don't have to read it, you can just summarize. This is Gilmer 6, by the way, Honorable Chair.
Yes, they responded. One of them is that they are willing and committed to do the work, but they want them to give them terms of reference and also logistical modalities.
Thank you, Mr. Chan. You've mentioned the valuation. Prior to Gilmer taking part in that valuation, was there communications from the Janneh Commission to Gilmer informing them of the intention to conduct evaluation and inventory exercise for the livestock?
We have not seen any letter to that effect.
So there is no communication from the Janneh Commission regarding valuation and tagging and inventory?
What I know is that from the records that the Director of Technical and Field Services communicated to one Mr. Jallo at Justice. Then he went there, then they discussed, or through telephone communications, then this issue was traced out. But we only found the valuation at our annual reports.
So you only found?
It at one of our annual report, 2017 annual report, on page 21, where they said national assignment.
Very well. Please take a look. We're going to give you a document. You
Okay.
Take a look at it. Honorable Chair, the document will be is marked MOJ 8F1. The relevant page is the third page. Third page of MOJ 8F1. It's not enough. Honorable Chair, if you can give the witness a minute or two to just take a look at 8F1, page 3 of 8F1. Mr. Davo, it's already open to that page.
Yes.
Good. You can just take your time and look at it.
Okay.
Yes, Honorable. It is an order of the Commission of Inquiry regarding an interim order regarding the livestock. You found it?
Yes, I have seen it.
Very well. So the order, second paragraph of the order is stating that Gilmer had failed to take custody and control of the livestock, thereby leading to consequences which are stated in paragraph B. Can you please read out paragraph B?
The Registrar General report addressed to the Chief of Defense Staff containing allegations that one Major Jibril Janneh has slaughtered 400 cattle for unknown purpose.
Mr. Dabo, this is one of the consequences of Gilmer's failure to take custody and control of the livestock. With accordance to the order of the High Court issued in May 2017. Prior to today, before reading this order, were you aware of such a consequence?
No.
You will agree with me that such a consequence is coming about due to Gilmer's failure to take custody of the livestock.
Yeah, if you read this order, it's in reference to the letter that was wrote by the then Director of Technical and Field Services on the 11th of October 2017, notifying them that they regret to inform them that they could not implement the court order because of ABC. been stated on the letter.
I don't doubt what the content of Gilmer 6. What I stated is that the slaughtering of 400 cattle was done or can be attributed to Gilmer's failure to adhere to the contents of the order issued by the High Court on the 22nd of May 2017. You will agree with me that the High Court placed the custody and control of livestock under Gilmer, and then Gilmer was supposed to take control of these livestock, which it failed to do, which brought about different consequences, and the slaughtering of 400 cattle is one of those consequences. You'll agree with me?
Well, it will be very difficult, because if you could remember the time, though I was not there by then, but the time they received the first letter from agriculture, they told them that they have not received the court order. And again, the lead counsel also wrote to them, and they also clearly stated that they did not receive the court order. So now, if they did not receive the court order, the consequence, that's my own thinking, the consequence and other things in that order may not be known to them. And they also stated that they cannot do it without terms of reference. They don't have logistic support to do it, because these are in different locations.
Mr. Dawo, that is not in dispute here.
Okay.
Yes. Gilmer, would you agree with me that Gilmer was aware there's a court order that exists that is related to them?
Yeah, because they received the letter that there was a court order.
As a state agency, if a ministry gets in touch with you to inform its management and the Director General, there's this particular court order, but the ministry, yes, failed to attach the order to that letter, shouldn't have Gilmer taken up the initiative to try to get in touch with the Attorney General or even the High Court to obtain a copy of that order?
You know, frankly speaking, it's difficult for me to come because I was not there by then.
Very well, no problem. Yes. Let's assume the court order was issued last month, and the Ministry of Agriculture wrote to you to tell you there's an order of the High Court that says you're supposed to take custody and control of livestock, placed somewhere, anywhere. But a copy of that order is not attached to you. Are you telling me that that is the same thing you would have done? You would have just sat back and just continued with your activities and not try to obtain the order in any way?
No, I write to them. I will also call them. They can even send it through WhatsApp. Then we see, oh, I can come to Banjul, then have the access to the, if they have the court order with them, if it is me.
Thank you. That is what I was looking for. Because as a state agency, you cannot state that, yes, Ministry of Agriculture informed me about the order, but then an order was not given to me, therefore, there's nothing I can do. Had the order been obtained by Gilmer itself, had taken the initiative to go and obtain this order from the High Court or from the Attorney General, then issues such that are highlighted in the attachment to Gilmer 3, sorry, let me get the, yes, Gilmer 3, then all the consequences that followed in Gilmer's failure could have been avoided, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you. If you look at that order that the order, not the order of the High Court, the order of the Commission of Inquiry, the Janneh Commission. What's the date? Turn to the second page. What's the date on the order?
Okay.
If you just turn to the second, at the bottom, at the end of the order, sorry, there's a date on it. Can you just tell me the date?
11th day, December 2017.
You mentioned that Gilmer took part in the valuation and tagging of livestock at the direction of the Janneh Commission.
Yes.
When did Gilmer take part in this exercise?
According to the assignment, okay, it was on Sunday the 24th to Saturday the 30th December.
Thank you. If you look at paragraph 2 of the order, it states that the Director of Livestock is hereby invited to advise the Commission on the best approach to valuing and selling the animals to the best advantage. Was this advice given to the Commission?
Well, I have not seen any reports on that, but what I have seen was that was the telephone conversation between the then Director of Technical and Field Services, to an extent that after that discussions, they proceed into the evaluation.
How did you learn about the telephone conversation?
It's written somewhere else on one of my submissions.
Yes, I know it's written in your statement. I'm saying, how did you learn about this telephone conversation? Who told you about this telephone conversation?
It's clearly written here. It's on the submissions we did. And sometimes, if you also have some issues, then we contact our board chair to assist.
So it's your board chair that informed you that Gilmer had telephone conversations with the Commission? It's
already clearly stated.
I know that.
Yes,
I want you to say this for the record. Remember, there are people watching that are not reading these documents that we have before us.
Yes.
So yes, who told you about this telephone conversation?
The first thing I see was I saw it on the records.
Very well.
Yes.
On the records written by who?
By the board chair, the former Director of Technical and Field Services.
That is Mr. Ibrahim Cham, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. So now we are going to tagging and valuation and the steps Gilmer took in taking part in the tagging and the valuation of the livestock. So I believe you have there's a short report that you have. Maybe you can now just bring it out. We will get to the report very soon. From your submissions, there's a report, there's a comparative report. So before we get to the day of the tagging, to the best of your knowledge, aside of the telephone conversation, did Gilmer ever receive a copy of the Commission's own order? That's the order you were looking at, marked MOJ F3. That's the third page of MOJ F3. To the rest of your knowledge, was Gilmer ever given a copy of this order?
No, I have not seen.
So Gilmer was not given a copy of this order?
Well, in our records, for me, I have not seen any.
Very well. But Gilmer decided to adhere to the order of the Commission, to take part.
Yeah, because due to their telephone conversation he has done. That's my thinking.
That is your thinking?
Yes.
But the letter of the Ministry of Agriculture was not sufficient for Gilmer to take custody and control?
Yeah, that one also was sufficient. It was sufficient, frankly, but there's gaps. There were a challenge of one or two things. That's why they wrote to them, telling them of their challenge. They are willing to do it, but if those challenges are resolved, then they will be able to do it.
Noted. So now we are getting to tagging. There's, on that document that you've been given, the one to your left.
Yes.
Yes, the one to your right. Turn to MOJ 8F4. F4, yes.
Yes, emoji 8F4. Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
So emoji 8F4 is livestock tagging budget. It has listed the people that took part in the tagging exercise. It states number 2, Deputy Director, Livestock.
Okay.
Who was the Deputy Director of Livestock in December 2017? It's a document from the Commission of Inquiry.
Mr. Ibrahim Cham.
Mr. Ibrahim Cham. So according to the statement,
Paragraph
7.
Okay.
Of your statement that you gave the investigator, you've listed the people that took part.
Yes.
In the tagging exercise.
Yes.
And you have Mr. Ibrahim Cham, Mr. Samba John, Mr. Sheriff Bah, Mr. Buba Konta, Mr. Samba Sow. Are these people at the time, were they all employees of the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency?
No.
Which one of them were employees?
Mr. Ibrahim Cham, Samba John, and the driver.
So Mr. Sheriff Ba, livestock assistant, and Mr. Buba Konta, livestock dealer, are not employees of the agency.
Gilma, yes. But Sheriff Ba was a staff of Department of Livestock Services, attached to Kanilai.
So from the Ministry of
Agriculture, yes.
And then Mr. Buba Konta?
Buba is with the National Livestock Owners Association, Brikama Market, on the Gilma as the Secretary General.
Mr. Dabo, according to the Commission's order,
okay,
it was Gilma that was supposed to aid the Commission in tagging and valuation and also even identification and taking inventory of the livestock.
Okay.
Why were private individuals like Mr. Buba Konta invited to this exercise, and also Mr. Sheriff Ba, who yes works for the government but works for the Department of Livestock Services? Why were they invited to join this exercise?
Yeah, only in fact, I got these names from the then Director of Technical and Field Services. The moment I saw it on our activity report, the Director of Technical and Field Services and 4 other staffs. So that's the time I consulted him and discussed with him. Then he gave me these names. What I know of Sheriff, because he's the one who is attached to Janneh's animals, livestock in Kanilai, responsible for animal health. So obviously, if you are to do any other activity, then you have to at least invite him to help you. He knows the animals. Then Samba John is also with them. Then he also take the records and other things, but he is diseased. Buba, what I know of Buba, is literate, is onto marketing. That's his life. Buying and selling, livestock dealers are buying and selling. He can also be there as a guidance to help them.
Mr. Dawa, in your opinion, Mr. Buba Konta being invited to take part in the valuation exercise, is that not a cause for concern for Gilma? That a private individual is invited to join a valuation exercise that was...
Well, it's difficult because at that moment I was not, but I think the reason they select him is to help them because he's every...
Now I'm not talking about the mind of Gilma in 2017. In your opinion, is this not a cause for concern? That the government is doing something and now a private cattle dealer is invited in the valuation exercise? Remember, before you answer my question, this man sells and buys cattle. Now he's here to come and take part in cattle that is being held by that was cattle that was owned by the former president and now essentially at the time being held by the government?
It's private. If they are to select only governments or Gilme staffs, definitely it should not be there. But I was not there by then. I don't know exactly why they select him.
Okay. Can you tell this committee what method and criteria for valuation of...
All right, as Gilma is concerned. So the method they use, it will be very, very difficult for us, because I made mention here is just through my discourse, because I was also concerned that it was categorized into small, large, medium, extra large. Those are the process that they used, and they were tagging it. But because some animals were aggressive, they find very difficult now to restrain them and tag them. So what they do now, they have theirs, different colors, and have a long stick where they tied clothes. So if it is small, if they agree that white collar is for small, they'll put it on that one and tick it. Then they mark, because they are aggressive, they cannot be close to them. Received. But definitely we have not received any evaluation report. What we were told is that the commission was the one responsible for the report. What we were told was that the commission was responsible for for reporting.
Well, as a livestock marketing agency, does Gilma have any set criteria that it uses to value livestock?
Yes, there are, but the problem is that if you are able to restrain the animals, then you will be able to do some of those things. So, because you can have the weighing scale, then you know their weight.
Mr. Dabo, I'm not asking about what happened in 2017 now. Currently, Gilma, does it have a set criteria it follows when it's...
Slaughter and other things, those ones are also calculated. So we put into consideration in some of those things.
So when you see kilos and the price, if you have a cow that weighs 200 kilos, how much would it be valued at?
200 kilos. It will be around
today's market price.
It will be more than 100,000.
It will be more than $100,000 today. What is the market price for a kilo of a cow now?
Kilo now for it's around 400.
Around $400. Do you know how much a kilo was costing back in 2017?
No, I don't know.
Okay, no problem. According to this committee's third witness, who was a former secretary of the Janneh Commission.
Okay.
He took part, and according to does often to eyeball cows, is it ram, whatever livestock it is, and to place valuation price on it. Is it normal practice?
At times, but it's not often.
At what times?
Normally we look into some of those things when the ram sale is fast approaching.
You said for what?
When the ram sale, Tobaski, and in order to set prices.
And you just eyeball the rams?
No, you know, for me, frankly, I was not there to do to say for such. It will be very, very difficult for me, because the procedures they use to do all those things, definitely, it will be very difficult for me to comment on that one. But I know there are procedures if you want to set price. Yes, you have to look into those, the body conformation, the weight, yeah, you understand, then you look into all those things, you weigh it, then you can come up with. But they were challenged according to my submissions, the data that we have received. Maybe that's why they do that. But definitely, I don't know exactly what.
Does Gilma have its own weighing scales to weigh animals?
Yes, that's now a little bit privatized. If you construct market, we hand it over to dealers. You can.
So, according to used by Gilmer, apart from eyeballing and placing a price, is calculating meat value. So, is meat value the same as kilo value that you were telling us?
Yes, the value it so that at least you will be able to know, because if you know the kilo now, at the end of the day you can do the meat value. Then after that, then you will know that at least this is going to be the cost. That will determine you on how to do it.
So meat value is different from the kilo?
No, it's the same.
It's the same thing? Mm-hmm. Very well, thank you. Let's turn to emotion. Apologies, sorry, it's 8F4. Yes, second page.
Okay.
8F4.
Okay.
Yes, let's stick to the first page before. I know I first told you to look at the second page. Please see an Does Gilmer have vets working with them?
No.
No vets. Mm-hmm. And trackers, is it possible that the personnel from Gilmer are the ones being referred to as trackers?
Well, I don't know.
You
yes.
Very well. Turn to the second page.
1768, type of livestock cow, sex female, estimated weight or kilo 40, price range.
Yes.
You should be talking on the mic.
Okay, sorry.
The mic. Please.
Sorry. Okay, serial number 1, then the tag number is 1768, type of livestock cow, sex female. That one, the tag number is 7648, cow, female, and the estimated weight is 110, and the price is $19,800. Can you lie?
Thank you. So, just one quick question before we move on to the other parts of the questions that we have for you. In today's market price, how much would a cow, female cow, weighing 110 kilos cost?
Well, now you know, it will be difficult for me to tell you actually. Currently now, 110 kilos. How much will it weigh?
How much is the current kilo?
The current kilo is about $40. $400.
$400.
Yes, 400.
So that will be 44,000 today's market price. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
But that will be the carcass.
The carcass?
Yes, carcass.
Is the carcass price different from a live cow?
Yes, yes.
Which one is more expensive?
The live one.
Okay. Why is this? Can you please explain to the committee
Yeah, because
why this is the case?
Because the live animals, you have to look into so many things. At the end of the day, if you slaughter, the hide has to be removed, the feces, all unwanted materials has to be removed, and even the head and other things, some of them will be removed. So you have to calculate all those things. Sometimes you can go into 2%, 3% or 5% of the live animal. So you remove all those things there, then you now go to the carcass. Wait.
Okay. Thank you. So if I get you correctly, the price of a live cow has been slaughtered.
Also leaving it now, because there will be a loss to the livestock farmer. What I'm saying is that the live animal, when the animal is alive, that one has to be expensive, because at the end of the day, if you slaughter, these all unwanted materials will be removed. So obviously, if it is not on the higher, if it is not more than the carcass weight, obviously the butcher will lose. So it has to be more than.
So you're saying the live animal has to be more than the carcass?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so you're correcting what you said earlier.
Yes.
Okay, now I was a bit perplexed when you said that. Okay. So apart from Kanilai, are there other places that Gilmer accompanied the commission to do tagging and valuation of the livestock?
Yes, it was Faratu and Benundin.
In Kanilai, how many animals were tagged?
Yeah, unfortunately, we did not receive any letter. We don't have any report on those ones. Then we consulted them. What they told us that it was the Janneh Commission who was responsible for reporting.
When you consulted who?
Mr. Cham.
In valuation and tagging exercise, which spanned over 3 days. About 3 days. Look at the. Sorry, let me just guide you. There's a.
Yes.
Very well. So. Please refer to your comparative report. That is, you've titled it Record of an Inventory of Former President Janneh's Cattle. Record of an Inventory of Former President. Honorable Chair, this is marked as Gilmer 7. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. So, in this report, please read.
August 20.
So in August, 1,476.
Yes.
Is this only cattle? They're only cows?
Yeah, cattle, yes.
Okay. They're only cows?
Yeah, cattle, yes.
Okay. From your records, were there any other livestock, Gilmer?
2016 was 1,200, and December 2017, done by jointly with the commission, 56.
Banjulinding?
Banjulinding,
780 in 2016 and 22 cows.
In December 2017.
Thank you. So the total According to this report and according to your statement, the total number of cows or cattle at these 3 farms was 638.
That was jointly done by
with the commission.
With the commission, yes.
And then the one Gilmer did on its own, how many?
This was 3,456 in August 26.
To the rest of your knowledge, can you please inform this committee what you think is the reason for this stark and huge difference between August 2016, 18th August 2016 and December 2017 for all these farms? What can possibly be the reason for the depreciation?
Yeah, when this August 2016, by then the former president was in the country.
Anything is possible.
Looking at the difference of 2,818 difference, that is not around now, the difference, according to the report, this is what they found.
Very well. So to the best of your knowledge, why did you...
Thank you very much. But definitely it will be very difficult for me to...
Okay. So Gilmer's work. Does Gilmer ever go out to farms across the country to conduct survey or inventories?
No.
Of the livestock?
No. Normally we do conduct to count animals and have. But apart from that, for Gilmer to go... some of these things I had that they were involved, they were assigned by the former president to do it. This thing is not there at all. It can be an extra one.
You said you heard. Who did you hear this from?
That they go around to, that's
Who did you hear this from?
Withdraw that one.
Since it's outside Gilmer's mandate, but Gilmer was still doing it, so how did you receive this information?
These were staffs in the agency.
The staff of the agency informed you?
No, yes.
Well,
because I was also worried, that's why I just asked. Why?
Why were you worried?
Because looking at our mandate, so we did not, it's not there, but sometimes if executive directives come, sometimes we may act on it and do it.
Thank you. To the best of your knowledge, did Gilmer take part in the sale of the livestock?
No.
After the valuation exercise conducted in December, which Gilmer took part in, jointly with the Commission of Inquiry, I know you've already stated that Gilmer did not take record or keep any record of that exercise. Subsequently, and you did not try to find, submitted to this committee before your testimony here today. Is the agency in custody of any document regarding livestock of the former president?
By then, we realized that our activity report 2017, we also have one there.
Honorable Chair, that is all I have for this witness.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Counsel. Of course, you have some questions from my colleagues for more clarification on the issues that have the court. Did you take over the central abattoir?
Not per se.
Not per se?
Yes.
You did not?
Yes. As of now, we are only on the supervisory role. We supervise them their day-to-day activity.
So that was
it was in 2024 that
how did you choose to take the order of the court to take care of the cattle from the former president? How did you come to that conclusion?
You know, this one, the moment we had a meeting with them at the Ministry of Agriculture, but the current management, but they wrote to you. Yes, they wrote to you. Yeah, we agree in that meeting that
on separate letters.
Yes.
And then you accepted the other one and refused the other one.
No, this one, you know, was in 2017, saying the court order. You know, I'm sure maybe they have not seen the court order. If they have seen the court order, they will act.
But the things that I'm mentioning to you are also in the court order. I will not.
Well, because for us, we want to take over rather than to supervise. But definitely we cannot do that because it's difficult to say that, but that's the reality on the ground. According to the correspondence that I have seen, indicates that they are willing, they wrote to the respective. Well, you know, well, I don't know. You know, well, I don't know. You know, I was not, well, I don't know. You know, I was not the JNA staffs. One, you have to use it
and later report and then ask for reimbursement. Would that not be enough for you?
You know, it depends on the subvention. Sometimes you receive the subvention, you pay salaries, nothing will be left.
All right, thank you, colleagues. Questions?
Thank you very much. The commission investigating, they want you to give them an internal report.
Responded on the 11th of October 2017. If you look at the second to last paragraph, where they say, while I still look forward for the intervention of relevant authority committed and willingly to undertake the tax assigned once the TOR and other logistical modality are established by the concerned authorities.
But there was no report sent to them?
No.
To them?
Yeah, reply, they respond to them.
But if you go to page, this about the
evaluation, where the total number of livestock that was been recorded, that's what it entails.
Mr. Dow, my problem here is, you said you cannot act because you did not have knowledge of the court order. And letters were addressed to you, still indicating the court order. At times you acted on them by replying. Can you please tell me on what concerns were you replying? Because you are demanding for a court order for you to be aware of it. And only the content of the
for me to respond to that because I was not there by then. Then I don't know what decision they normally take. If they receive the letter, how did they come up to reply to the letter? Because we have not seen anything, any communication on some of those things.
So I mean that it is an office. And an office goes with continuity.
Yes.
In your absence, there were people who were dealing with the commission.
Okay.
When you took charge, I think they were able to hand over to you. And when we were attending to, with regards to this subject matter, we were able to engage and sit with the one who was there and ask him why
when I was well, if I'm involved at the moment in time, for me, I write a report.
No, I'm talking about recently. You are not involved, but those who are involved, what should have been the action on them?
Their failure of reporting, giving the report or to write the report?
Yes.
Well, you know, for me, frankly, I was not there. I don't know what was the arrangement between the agency and the Janneh Commission. Maybe they may agree. One thing I can say, even they have agreed for Janneh Commission to write the report, at the end of the day, Janneh Commission should also copy them the report.
And they were not copying.
Well, for me, I have not seen any.
And yes, you were still active. You were involved. You were involved.
Yeah, because if you see one of the communication, it's clearly stated that that was a to that extent, and if you look into that one, then they, maybe that may be a follow-up.
Mr. Dow, telephone conversation with somebody. I can call you on a different issue.
Yeah.
And in the end, I have called Mr. Dabo, the MD for Gilmer, and stop there. If my other colleagues ask me what we are talking to him, I might give him a different story. So for a telephone call, I cannot definitely give you what we are looking for. That was just a telephone call. You don't read me.
It's stated somewhere else.
No, I'm not talking about the call. Yes. The call cannot qualify the claim that we are referring to now. Right or wrong?
Can I qualify what?
When you say that they had a telephone call, that's why you were involved. Can that be enough?
Well, I think what is important, they should have responded to their letter, or they go there in person, talk to them, discussed. Well, I'm not there at that time.
Wise for you to reply based on their letter to promise our support.
Yeah, they also responded.
Only two, according to you.
Yeah, this one for the lead, it was the lead counsel who asked them to submit the report, the end report. They also wrote to him, telling her that they don't have the terms of reference and some modalities.
Yeah, these were queries. Yeah. You don't have A, B, C, and D. And up till now, those were sent to you. But upon that, you were acting.
Yes, that's what we are.
Because you were even told the same claim to say, I cannot act because I'm still waiting for what I asked from you. You never did so. Yes.
Calf. The minimum. Jaluke or the exotic. I think these ones were exotic breeds, and they were cow, they were matured ones.
And so, can you give me an estimated weight?
Well, if it is for those exotic ones, it should be more than 150 kilos above.
Mr. Bawo, looking at the report based on the price when they were doing the evaluation, we have seen a calf weighing 8 kilos. Is that correct?
Yes.
So can you?
So you don't know the type of calf. For me, I thought it should be more than that one. You understand, with that price. But they were the one present, and we have experts among them who is also frequent in selling and buying. You understand? So call for you to comment on that one.
Mr. Lao, I think that is very fair here. Your guys were there. And in 2017, I think there were weighing machines for these animals.
Until I find out, but that should be. But what they did mention was that the animals were aggressive, and they find it very difficult to restrain them. This is what they wrote.
The animals were very aggressive. They find it very difficult to weigh them. But they were able to pain with what?
With a long stick.
Fine, with a long stick.
Yes.
We are only able to use 1 or 2 people that can apprehend very aggressive animals to come and among those groups, among those categories, to at least weigh each, to be specific.
Yeah, yes, but I don't know at that point in time why they come up with that idea, frankly.
It was deliberate. For me, I will see it as deliberate because this was a big loss to the state. You cannot just sit and estimate an animal who deals in animals, being part of the people who are valuing these animals. An interested buyer, someone who is dealing in animals, will that person give you the right name of the animal? On normal sense, as Gambians, we are talking when we are doing aggressive, and we are aggressive. Aggressive animal can be sitting down there looking at that guy over there without even knowing his weight. Not by the look you see that he's weighing more than this number of kilos. So to be honest, Mr. Dabo, your guys owe the state a lot because they cause the state a lot of losses when it comes to these animals. Mr. Dabo, let me go back to this thing, the gentleman's rule on these animals. You said you are not responsible.
You are not?
You are not responsible of the animals. You are not responsible. The officer is not responsible of the animals.
For
the Janneh's animal, the cattle, they are under your responsibility. They are under your responsibility.
No, I don't.
Okay, concerning the number of animals that your guys gave an inventory on. In 2017, they gave an inventory for Kanyanda, ABC, and they were they able to visit the seafood farm?
That's not included. I have not seen that one.
But you don't know whether they were able to visit the seafood farm?
No.
And when you came into the office and look at the 2 areas, or the 2 dates, October and then December, 2017 and 2016. Was there any question with regards to the difference, how it happens?
Of course, because if you look at 2016, August, with 3,400 plus, and December 2017, 638, a difference of a difference of 2,818. It's a concern to us. To me,
were you aware of the report of the 400 cattle?
No, I just saw that one here.
You were not aware?
No.
Mr. Dabo, I think I will allow my other colleagues to ask you further questions, then I might come back for other follow-ups. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Mr. Witness, can you kindly inform this committee the current population of these animals?
Currently now?
Yes.
No, I don't know the population.
Is Janneh not overseen or has not overtaken these animals? Well, I don't know, I'm just asking. You are now answering my question then. Can you give me the current population of these animals? Now you are saying, at first you don't know. Now you are saying, are there any animals? I'm asking, so a question cannot answer a question.
Yes, okay, thank you very much, Honorable.
Thank you very much.
So now, if you ask me that how many animals are there now, it is...
You just give me the answer. I just asked a question. I told you are informed that all the animals are sold. No, there's zero. Thank you. In your response to it would be difficult, I said. My question now is, difficult as it is, have we now agreed that...
at this point in time, I will just say no, because according to the reference material that I have received at the office, based on that, does not indicate that Janneh has caused to that effect. It's just now that I saw this one. I saw this reference material. Yes. But for us, as we are concerned at the office, these are the informations that we have received, and we thought that everything has gone fine. So now, if we have received this one now, it's a cause of concern to us too, because looking at their response, the two response, they were stating their challenges to the authorities concerned to help them to solve those challenges in order for them to avert maybe the losses you are talking of. But I have not also seen any response from those authorities to Janneh. I saw this one here, frankly. So I don't know the cause of those losses.
Okay.
The cause of those losses has...
Thank you. Thank you very much. Again, what methods were in place? When council was asking you, you did say that there are methods in place. Can you be precise what methods are in Janneh?
No, what I was just telling them was that if you are to do the evaluations, one, you need to know the age, the body size, or the body conformations, you understand? You also have to weigh the animal. So if you weigh all those things now, then you will be able to determine of it.
As the meat value?
No, it's a live value. No. It's different because if you weigh now, after slaughtering, automatically you know that you only have 100 kilos. It will goes down completely. So if you have to factor that when you are pricing, because if not, the butcher may lose completely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Dabo, or Director, if I may refer. My question will be looking at the number of couples. Looking at the figures you have given, couple, that is the tabulation you have.
Yes.
I will not be looking at 2016 actually. I'll be just looking at 2017. That is to say, the 638 that was jointly reported through an inventory by your office, the number that was also reported by the Janneh Commission with a figure of 724. 24
okay.
I have against 10. Within these three figures, what clarity can you give to this committee in terms of the heads of cattle that the former president has at his custody?
Yeah, thank you very much. As long as Janneh is concerned, we'll only bring on the report that we have received. This is what we found, that is 638. And this was given to us by someone who took part.
Formal in terms of what we can believe in. The 638 that you got from your source contrasts to the 724 cattle that were reported by the Janneh Commission. Within these two figures, what do you think one could rely on?
Well, only done by Janneh Commission. So, but what you have seen, I also saw it in the newspapers before we looked into these ones, that it was either 724, 725, something like that, in one of the newspapers. So the moment we also saw this, then it was we were worried. The official reports, we take the official report.
So you are telling me that you would rather agree on the 6.
The one of the report is 617.
Document you have that you are opening.
Yes.
If you count one by one.
Okay.
Yes, I want an answer, Mr. Janneh.
No, it's Mr. Barrow. So, well, it's...
And the 724 might be cook report.
No, it's difficult because all these things emanated from the report.
Mr. Dabo, to be done simply because the animals were at risk. About what is
That's the
motion was supported by an affidavit through Mr. Alu Jallo, and he made a claim to say when the ex-president left, the animals or the cattle weren't left, the animals or the cattle were at risk. Yeah? And the numbers he gave declined to 600 heads, seeing this as 600. Do you think this should be something that one should believe in?
No, I was not there at that moment, so it's going to be very difficult for me. But if you look at what we saw, it's more than 600.
I know that very well. It's more than 600.
So now that we made mention.
Okay. That would be a job we can really do at our level. Mr. Dalo, what do you know about Buba Konta?
It's Korta.
Korta.
Yes.
Thank you. What do you know about Buba Korta, and what was his knowledge around valuation? Is he a certified valuer or?
Okay, thank you very much. What I know of Buba is in baggaging, in pricing of livestock. That one I know of him.
Mr. Dawo?
Yes, but the way they select him, I don't know.
Mr. Dawo?
Yes.
In normal circumstances, can a livestock dealer, maybe commonly we call them banners, can they be identified?
Can you go over your question?
My question is, can a local livestock dealer serve as a valuer? and also come up with suggested prices for sales?
Well, it's difficult. Maybe they should have looked for
appointing Buba, Porta, in this company. Mr. Dawo, we don't really have to know how he was selected. What is key here is, in a normal circumstance, should such an individual be appointed to carry out such a responsibility? What will you say in terms of the price tagging?
Was his role? That has to be clear. Why did they select him, and what was his role? Because there were 4 in number. You have Samba John, the lead, who is very good in pricing and other things. Is lead. You understand? You have the then director of technical and field services who can also do it. Then you have the Sirif Bar, who is the animal health lead. Or his role there will be very what he is doing. I know just he is a livestock dealer at Brikama.
Yeah, Mr. Dabo, I think even the records before he stock. So meaning his role in the process was as a valuer. We need to get that right from the start.
So I was the one who
called orders.
That's Buddha himself, Sirif Bar, the Samba John, and the driver. The 5th one is the director of technical and field services.
So meaning these were the very team who have done the valuation.
According to them, jointly with the commission.
Jointly with the commission, exactly. So, what we're looking at is specifically your agency,
yes.
More especially with the personnel that have worked in supporting the Janneh Commission to do this valuation. Who else has, or who else was certified as a valuer on that list you have from Mr. John?
Well, I don't know any of these ones. Yes, I don't know. What I know is that you have the director of technical and field service. The reason I was saying that Buba is not a staff, if Buba was a staff of GLMA, at least we'll have the technical know-how on these valuations. This is what I was trying to put up. Okay. The rest, Samba John was with us. The Sheriff is with the Department of Livestock Services.
So now, Samba John and Sheriff and the third one, let's take Buba out because he wasn't your staff. These 3 people, are they certified valuers?
Well, I don't know.
They are not certified valuers.
In collaboration with the Janneh Commission, 5 people for valuing. What we do, we just do in-service training and other things. We train our staffs so that at least they'll be able to have technical knowledge. When then staffs to do the work. Because you will weigh them, because if you weigh, you automatically will know the kilo.
Mr. Dab, livestock. And number 88 on the list of livestock. And acquaint yourself with what is there.
See what we are talking of. Well, maybe it can be a typo error, but I don't think so.
Mr. Dawo?
90.
No,
because if you look at this thing now...
No, I get a calf weight 90 kilos and you said no.
Yes.
I'm satisfied. Don't go further. Can a calf weight 65 kilos?
No.
Mr. Dawo?
Well, Honorable Janneh, this is a very difficult issue, frankly, because a calf to weigh 90 kilos and 65 kilos, Well, it's difficult, but those who did the work at that material time know best.
Okay.
Yes.
Just a final one, because last week one of the witnesses who sat on that seat said he was a gynaco. And you might equally be a gynaco, might be you didn't share it with us. However, Mr. Dabo, in between a male and a female calf or a cow, which one should be more costly in terms of sales? Looking at or factoring the characteristics of a bull or a cow or a calf.
It depends on how you prepare it. Normally, some will be for fattening for meat. But if you are going in for breeding, female are expensive. But for meat production, male.
Mr. Dabo, I repeat again, because in case you are doing breeding or fattening, you might start with a calf than going in for a bull or a cow. In between a male or a female one, 3. Take you through the list, it will be a lot. We'll just take those two as a reference. 114 and 97.
No, you said 97 and 113.
114.
Equal because of the weight. Okay. But I know if I'm going for production, normally female counts a lot.
So now, okay, let's take it this way because it seems there is something here that has been missing, yeah? And in a situation where a female calf weighs 17 kilos, right? And a male calf weighs the same 17 kilos. If you are selling them, which one should be more expensive against the other?
If they all weigh. It depends on it depends on who needs it.
Cost of animals is influenced by the desire of
the oxen. The oxen, then you have to bargain. The first one.
Livestock depreciates.
Yeah, at times, because
I'm specifically talking about the animals that were auctioned by the Janneh Commission, because there is nowhere in the source.
They know the best. Why they sell them at 360, 3060, 3060.
No, listen to us. It's not about I am not there, they were there, they are the ones responsible. Jelma is an institution or an agency that was established by an act of parliament. Thank you, I'm done. Yes, yeah.
All right, before you come there, Honorable, it starts from Jelma, took part in the evaluation. And when they did that, they did not submit any formal report. Is that right?
Yes.
They did not do any report.
Yes.
Because you know pricing, perhaps we would have known what is in this book, whether it matches with what you have or not. Is that true?
Yeah, it will be difficult for Gilma to take that responsibility because we don't know exactly what was the arrangement at the valuations. If the arrangement was for Janneh Commission to be responsible for reporting and all other things, definitely it's going to be difficult to blame Gilma on that. But the only thing we can for us is that they need to copy us, or we need to have a report. Because you cannot do an activity, at the end of the day in your office you don't have any report. Because if you also have the report, we will at least familiarize ourselves with these things and look at it. But these are new to us.
Just before you go, with just connection to this. Yes, you said you don't have a report, but can you look on your statement, number 10? Where is it? Yes.
Yes,
Yes, I think you stated somewhere that the agency don't really generate a stand-alone report.
What we said was that I have not seen any specific valuation report in our files, nor we were directly, no stand-alone documentation detailing the valuation process and pricing is available. Because we have not seen
that you have a cumulative report of your activities. If there is any, can you share it with us?
No, the only one we have is this one. That's the only one we have. And that's submitted already.
Thank you very much, Chair. Mr. Mao, my question is, are these animals still in these 2 areas?
Which animal? As long as I'm concerned, Janneh is not responsible for this.
Let me see, I think that we very honest to ourselves and accept that the evaluators failed us. The reason being, those who are buying these animals, when they are appointed the animal and they pay, they take along their animal, right or wrong?
Well, I don't know because I was not there.
Because about the aggressiveness of the animals, the reason that you are able to pay and give a price, just to stand over there and give a kilo to say it's weighing this number of kilos. The possibility was just for those animals to live.
Yeah, no, the normal procedure is to weigh.
And they were not doing that.
No, they did not weigh.
So they caused a big loss to the nation for being negligent of what they were doing. Mr. Dabu?
Yes. I heard what you said.
And I agree with my statement.
Well, for us, we only bang on the reports we found.
No, about the reports, Babu. As the director, current director now.
No, for us, we do it differently.
No,
definitely. So.
No, but you were involved in this. Your staffs were there because the commission was relying on your staffs.
You know, okay, yes, it's possible, but we don't know actually what was the agreement. So now I think the best thing is those who were involved are the best to answer that question.
No, but the best person to answer is you as a director.
I was not there by then.
But you are there doesn't know if you don't know.
How can I know that 7 years ago?
By asking those people who are there,
In fact, this year, the year they did, I was not even in the country.
Are they still your staffs? Are they still your staffs?
No.
Are you in contact with them?
There is none of them because the then director of technical affairs is retired. But the other one is deceased.
But you call him before you come in it?
Huh?
You spoke to him before you come?
Of course.
So you were there to tell you A, B, C, and D?
You know, some of the, yes, those are the ones that I made mention that they use small, how they did the valuation.
According to you, said they told that the others were aggressive.
Yes, that's why
they were able to weigh them.
Yeah, so I into them. Now,
thank you, Council. Anything to clarify more?
Yes, good. Very well. Can you submit a copy of that email?
I submitted to the investigators.
You gave it to the copy of that email?
I submitted to the investigators.
You gave it to the investigators?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so very much, Council. And thank you, Mr. Davo, for coming. I think that Janneh is involved in. I know you are the current that they have done during the process. But then, maybe we'll need you further. If you need you, we will contact you again for more clarification. Okay?
Okay.
Why do you need the court order now?
Mr. Davo.
After what? How many years has it been now? 8 years. You want the court order now? To do what? All right, no problem. Secretariat will provide a copy at a later date.
Thank you, Council. And just to further put our audience to alert, that to know information about what had happened, you can always send email to The Special Select Committee at Assembly.gm. This email is very important for the committee at 11 o'clock sharp. Thank you. Meeting adjourned. Thank you so much.